Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot. Cooking, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up dope in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something, nigga. Hey. I don't try nobody, grip the trigger. Nobody call up the gang and they come and get jank. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. Bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My bitch is bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas are savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too.
I know, the elephant. You wanted a dress. Then I'm going to give you just that because you deserve it. I let 2023 get the best of me. Everything suffered. My channel suffered. My hair suffered. But this year I decided I was going to come back strong. I started the year off with a nice wash and trim. And I used some products my mom had, which is these Cream of Nature products. I actually fell in love. They gave my hair a very nice amount of moisture. And I thought it was greasy at first, but I think it was exactly what my hair needed just to kind of like rejuvenate and get back on the right track. So I'm really pleased with that. I also decided that moving into the new year, I was going to try to pay more attention to my vitamin intake for my hair. So I started taking the Sugar Bear hair vitamins, and those are great. Reality is you guys, a lot of things suffered for me within 2023 because I let life overwhelm me, but I'm doing my best to get back on track. I've got a lot of changes that have taken place, and I think you'll notice throughout my new vlogs that I will explain the changes to you. This vlog will actually give you a lot of updates and fill you in on where I've been. And I hope you missed me as much as I missed you. I'm back, and I promise to keep doing my best. Bye. Hi, I'm back in LA. New surrounding, as you can see, my new place. I don't know if I've chatted with you with what's been going on with me, but I'm back, y'all, and I'm here to give it another shot. And let's start it off. It's Saturday, like the 12th, I think it is. 12th or 13th? I don't know. Don't hold me. I know it's Saturday. It's probably about 2:30-ish. I just came home from a walk. I live in a very different area now, and it's very calm and residential. So I was able to take a 2.5 mile walk. So I just got back, and I'm going to make myself some tuna. My apartment isn't bright like my last apartment. This one doesn't have as many windows and all of that. So when you leave a certain area, in my apartment, it gets pretty dim. Let's see if it adjusts this. So like I was saying, my apartment isn't as bright as my last apartment. You know, my last apartment was a corner unit. I had all these windows and all this light. And this apartment isn't like that. I got that apartment specifically for like content and for business. And now that I've separated business, I still use my property as a place to shoot. I just don't shoot inside because it's not much lighting, but my property itself is beautiful. So I usually shoot around my property. Let's make some tuna.
Baby, just do it for you. When he's finished, does he step back and adore you? I just gotta know, 'cause your time is money and no fun yet wasted. Oh no, baby, just go with it. 'Cause when you're with me, I can't explain it. It's just different. We can take it slow. It's your fault and it's alright. I'm not dangerous. When you're mine, I'll be generous. You're irreplaceable, collectible, just like fine China. Took me a while to find your love. Ain't no amount of time in this world. See me a lot of time and just love me. Feel it, baby, feel it in your soul. Are you ready? I know your heart been telling you you belong to me. I know. It's alright. I'm not dangerous. When you're mine, I'll be generous.
So you may as well call it egg salad with a little tuna. Cause y'all, I really have a thing for, see, these are more like saltines. They not no club crackers. I like club crackers with my tuna, but whatever. I like so much eggs in my tuna, so you might as well say it's egg salad. The olive oil and oregano is like, it's alright, but they was $1.25, so we're gonna eat it. The question is, am I gonna go to the rooftop to edit? It's probably gonna start getting chilly. It's 3:25. Sun is definitely going down. I can't wait till the time change back. Am I tripping? I could have swore last year was our last clock. Last time we were gonna set the clock back or forward, whichever. I thought last fall or winter was gonna be our last dark fall winter, and just changed maybe. I'm confused. Who makes up these rules? Who decides how long it stays light outside? Cause I want my light back. At first I wanted my windows back from my apartment too. But you know what? I'm okay with it. You know, life comes with changes. And I wanted something nice, but not too expensive. I wanted to kind of like reclaim my time from my last apartment. It was cool, but it was overwhelming. It was stressful. So now I'm at a point where I kind of want to rebuild, take a couple steps back. So, in doing so, I decided to, it was hard. All the really nice stuff with a lot of light was expensive, right? And for over 1.5 years, I'm gonna just tell you my business, I paid $4,300 a month in rent. And I wanted to kind of like backtrack a little bit, right? So I didn't want to pay that much, but I still wanted a lot of lighting. Well, it's kind of hard in LA to get both. Yeah. Most of the places that were really, really nice, if they were a 2-bedroom, the apartment was really dark. And what I couldn't do was pay for a 2-bedroom with a dark apartment. unless the property was really, really nice, so that I could shoot around the property and not in my apartment. This was my happy medium. My property in my building is really nice. One of the, like, it's really nice. It's hard to find really nice places in LA that are affordable. Some might still say my place is expensive, but it's affordable for me. It's saving me a couple $1,000. So I decided to take this property and to just shoot around outside in the common areas, since it was nice enough to do so. And to put my office, with that being said, it's a 1-bedroom. I was just in a 2-bedroom with all my merchandise and my business running out of the home. Now I have separate space. I moved to a different city. I'm still in Los Angeles, outskirts of the city. Only like 10-minute commute to get from here to the fashion district. So I still go there almost every other day of the week. Because my commute there was still, even though I live downtown, it still could take about 10 minutes because of city traffic, you know? And I have an office space that's literally very close to where I live. I could walk there if I needed to. I'm grateful for my experience in having, you know, a city view apartment. It was great. It was stressful though. It was great. I thank God for that opportunity. And I can't say I won't revisit it someday. But it might be different circumstances. Like me purchasing a condo or something. I don't ever want to pay that much again and not be pursuing to own something. Am I a house girl? Not really. I can't say I want a house. But I can say I want a condo. If I'm gonna be paying that kind of money, I want to pay that kind of money to own. And that's just it. And it's possible to pay that kind of money and own in Los Angeles. Thing is that I don't want to pay that kind of money right away again, anytime soon. So, restructuring how things are done. That's it. And it's been an adjustment, you know. It's not like I walked into this change without having to make adjustments. It's been a huge adjustment. And what I realized is that although I'm in a new space and I'm saving a lot of money, it's still gonna take time to get back to where I wanna be. I spent a lot of money in my last apartment. And yeah. I spent enough money. I'll just say this. I spent enough money to buy a house in the South. On the East Coast, I could have paid for a house in cash. Yeah. And that's a lot. That's a lot when you're not walking away with the house in cash. Everything about it made sense for me at that moment when I took it on. And it still was like great while I was there. It was so convenient to be able to work and live in the same space. But there's different ways to go about things, you know? And honestly, separating my workspace from my home space not only am I saving money, but it's also giving me the opportunity to hire help when necessary, so that they don't have to come in and out of my home. So having a separate workspace from my home space is different, but it's healthy. It's needed, you know? And it's more needed than what I realized. It's been great. I'll bring you in there one day, turn on the camera, so you can see the space. It's small. It's actually smaller than my last room in my apartment that I use for the office, but it's just the right amount of space for me to go in there and pack, or for someone else to go in there and pack. These right here, if you're a gummy bear person, I was gonna say girl, but you could be a guy and be a gummy bear person. If you're a gummy bear person and you've never tried these Albanese, I don't know if I'm saying it right, Albanese, whatever, Allie. If you ain't never tried the Allies, baby, they're the world's best around here. I mean, they ain't lying. You know, some businesses be amping their stuff up and it just be packed. Literally the best gummy bears you'll ever have in your life. I promise. I promise. Ain't no cap on that. I don't know what this channel looks like anymore. I mean, She Casa will remain what it's called, but I really just don't know the direction I should go with it anymore. I feel like my life is very repetitious. So I don't think it's interesting enough to vlog. Like, one of my videos is titled Friends, When Do You Move On? Or something like that. Friends, how many of us have them? I don't remember what I titled it, but I basically went on a rant about friendship. Not a rant in a bad way, but kind of like just talking about some of my experiences with friendships and where I stand. If you don't know, or if you haven't noticed, I'm a loner. Not that I'm not fun. I'm probably one of the funnest people you could probably like hang out with. I'm silly, even though I come across as not being silly sometimes. I'm a good time. So, but I'm a loner by choice. I think I'm really particular about who I allow in my space. And for that reason, I'm just a lone person. Part of it by choice, part of it not by choice, right? I feel like I'm not sure exactly what God has in store for me, but whatever it is, it's early to start crying, but whatever it is requiring solitude. And being alone. And we're not just referring to friendships, we're talking about dating. Sometimes I question why I'm alone. I've always been alone. I have rarely dated or been in serious relationships, and that's been my entire life. And sometimes I don't understand why, right? I look around me, I see so many people in relationships, and you know, just even if they're not in a relationship, they got people hitting their lines and they just engaging and like, you know, involved. And that's never been my life. I have had one serious relationship in my 39 years of living. And it wasn't that serious, if you ask me. It was my first relationship. So, you know, they always seem more serious than what they really are sometimes when they're your first ones. But even that was delayed. And I didn't get into like my first serious relationship until I was a sophomore in college. The end of my sophomore year. Yeah. And I allowed that relationship to go on and off for about 5 years. And that was my last and first serious relationship. Ever since then, I have been hoping to possibly find someone. But everyone that I've kind of like involved myself with in the past, they always had this thing where they weren't emotionally available. Great guys, but no one was emotionally available to like pursue me in the way that I feel like I deserve to be pursued. Or no one I had interest in a relationship. And I feel like that's been my track record. Now, those of you who know me, you may know that, Kia, all right, you capped though, because you got prospects. I'm not saying I don't have men interested in me. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm the crud on the ground and nobody wants me. It's actually quite the opposite. I have over 101,000 followers on Instagram, and almost 95% of them are men. And almost all of them want me, okay? In some way, form, or fashion. You know, even if they just want to look at me, they want me. So, that's not in a cocky way. That's to say that I can't say that God, what's wrong with me? Why, I'm physically like this, because, like, I'm like this and I'm like that, or, maybe I'm too big. I don't have that complex because I know that's not the case. But for some reason, God has dealt me a book of solitude my entire life. When I really think back on it, like, it's not just been my adulthood, it's been from back. It's always been a solitude. I'm just grateful God has always given me a peace, which is being who I am and what I am, and not feeling any less than because of the people I don't have around me. There's a lot of people who probably couldn't live or walk in the shoes that I live or walk in because of just wanting to be validated by other people. And I am grateful to God that I don't have a desire to be validated. I'm human, so I do want to be loved. I do want companionship. But I'm grateful for the peace of being in solitude and being alone. I'm saying, I trust that there's a reason. And I trust that it will all make sense in the future. But I don't know, I just feel like I can't be the only person, right? The only person who spent most of their life alone, but okay. I feel like, again, I'm crying, but it's not out of like a depressing point of view. It's out of like revelation. It's like clarity. Me seeing my life as what it's really been, and that it actually has to be for a purpose. That's so weird. Am I like the only girl like this? Like, literally nothing wrong with them. I'm not perfect by any means, but I have a lot to bring to the table, a lot of like potential. Not the prettiest thing, but I ain't ugly. But I've spent most of my time alone. It's so weird. It's weird to talk about it out loud and to really think about it. It's funny how you go through life day to day and you kind of like suppress and put different things in your mind aside. Like, I don't think about the fact that I'm alone every day. I don't think about the fact that I don't have a companion every day. What I do think about is business. I think about working hard and the growing and pushing and elevating and paying bills, and you know, I think about those things daily, but I don't think about companionship daily. And it's not until now that I really sit and dwell in who I am and what it is that I have going on that I realize, like, wow, like there's definitely been like a disconnect in the companionship area. And I don't know if it's because I'm 39 and I'll be 40 this year, but I'm dying to know what it's about. And does my life really just consist of solitude and no companionship? It's like I'm starting to pray and ask God, like, is this really what my life consists of? I know that it consists of this for some people, and I want to be okay if that is what I'm dealt, but that's not what I want. That's not what I want. So we'll see. But meanwhile, keep waking up, keep putting my best foot forward, keep paying attention to my health and my wealth, and be open for whatever is meant for me, if anything at all. Okay, that was random.